Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, court orders classes at Vonu College to continue. Not enough HR officers, says Education Minister. And RBF reiterates no liquidity crisis.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
The High Court has ordered the Seventh-day Adventist Church to hand over management of Vonu Adventist College to the Ministry of Education. The order is among several others handed out by the Suva High Court yesterday to prevent the college trustees, in this case the SDA Church, from closing down the school and also from reopening it as a private institution. Eleanor Terangaivu reports.
Less than 24 hours after the SDA Church announced that Vonu Adventist College will reopen as a private school in Term 2, the Ministry of Education has responded with several court orders. Minister Rosie Akbar says Fijian taxpayers have funded $1.84 million in fees, meals, salaries, textbooks, capital works and other essential educational expenditures from the college from 2014 to 2019, and for the trustees to charge school fees is not within their legal authority. Vonu Adventist College is the only school in the area for children from the districts of the Kaunrabi Vanua, Natewa and Tunloa to conveniently attend, 80% of whom are non-Adventists. The High Court ruling also restricts the church from preventing students from attending school and paying fees when school starts for Term 2. It also stops the church from refusing the appointment of teachers and school heads on the basis of merit. The minister also confirms they have received a number of allegations of mismanagement and abuse of funds against the college trustees, and these allegations are currently under investigation. The SDA Church is yet to respond to questions sent this afternoon. Eleanor Terangaivu, FBC News.
A lack of human resources officers is a major issue as the Education Ministry tries to attend to the needs of more than 12,000 teachers. This was revealed by the Education Minister Rosie Akbar during the 123rd Principal Association Conference in Lami today. Sainyani Boiler reports Akbar seeks support from principals to understand the situation and act accordingly.
The Education Ministry doesn't have the capacity in its Human Resources Department to address the needs of all teachers currently in the education system.
Let me be honest about it. A lot of issues we are having currently in terms of your salary bands, in terms of promotion, in terms of transfers, etc. Well, let me just say, we are still struggling. I'll be very honest about it. And this is where I seek your support and your understanding.
Akbar says the ministry seeks cooperation from principals and wants to use the conference as a platform to suggest positive ideas.
So use this forum to network and share how we all can be on the same platform. How do you deal with student issues? How do you deal with teacher issues? How do you deal with reforms?
Meanwhile, the Accident Compensation Commission school data study was also a major topic of discussion at the conference.
Because there's a legal responsibility to report any injury within 14 days of becoming aware of it. 2, PS education and SCCF. Injury applications we've received 9, death notifications 2, and death applications we've received 2 from schools.
More than 100 principals were part of the conference. The two-day conference ends tomorrow. Sainia Nimboila, FBC News.
Fiji Forest Industries Limited, located in Malau, Lambasa, will close its operations on the 22nd of May. The decision to close operations was made through widespread consultations undertaken by Fiji Pine Trust. Eleanor Terangaivu has more.
Fiji Forest Industries today put all rumors to rest, finally announcing their plans to close down their Malau operations. A tender for the property put out in late February this year sparked public interest and also concerns for the company workers. In a statement this afternoon, the company confirms it will close down 5 weeks from now. The The company says it has been in an insolvent state over the last 10 years, and while every effort was made to revive the company, the challenge of resource was beyond their control. It says their inability to meet statutory and supply commitments exposes the company to criminal and winding up proceedings, adding they cannot continue to run FFI with such state of affairs. The statement says, considering the financial status of FFI with $9.5 million in liabilities under a liquidation process, FFI employees will not get anything. However, in line with their policy of care for its workers, all 220 staff will get redundancy packages totaling a substantive $3 million. A memorandum of understanding on the redundancy package has been signed between the company and the National Union of Workers. Eleanor Turangaibiu, FBC News.
The inaugural 2019 Business Summit was held in Suva last night, an opportunity for business leaders to directly address their issues with government and the relevant state agencies. Organised by the Fiji Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the platform is aimed at enhancing private sector growth. Maggie Boyle tells us more.
The who's who of the business and financial sector gathered to hear firsthand government's plans.
I want to draw your attention to the vision of an inclusive economy embedded in the 5-year and 20-year development plan, as well as the Fijian trade policy framework.
For the organisers, this was an opportunity to ensure a more facilitative environment.
In amongst all this healthy relationship, unfortunately, the reality is that business continues to face delays in approval processes, problems with FRCS and the like. You know, we continue to be hampered.
Reassurance and clarity of roles like that of the central bank was also discussed.
So in times of recession, what the central bank does is it adopts an expansionary monetary policy. It lowers interest rates in the economy or increases liquidity so that people would borrow and revive the economy or borrow more to invest.
The event also allowed those in attendance to contribute to the Chamber's 2019-2020 budget submission. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Reserve Bank Governor Arif Ali has reiterated there is no liquidity crisis in the market. Speaking at the 2019 Business Summit last night, Ali told business leaders there is also no foreseeable plan to devalue the Fijian dollar. The governor says the country's foreign reserves more than meet the international standards. He says the RBF, as the first line of defence for the economy, is well-resourced to ensure that Fiji's continued economic growth remains on track.
In the last 24 months or last 36 months or even 48 months, we've not asked one business to bring the foreign currency account. So I still have a buffer of very close to 600 million apart from what I have here. So overall, what I'm trying to say is that I've got a buffer in excess of $1 billion in foreign reserves, well above the 3 months benchmark that IMF set.
Still to come, government to set up relocation trust fund and hygiene standards for supermarkets soon. Details after the break.
I'm from Outrigger, Coca-Cola, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Surrey. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
A relocation trust fund will be set up by the government to help those villagers who are facing the threats of climate change. Economy Minister Ayaz Said Qayyum says this will be announced in the upcoming budget. Speaking at the Ministerial Finance Dialogue at the United Nations in New York, Said Qayyum says from the next budget cycle, which begins in August, a small percent of money will be taken from the ECAL to set up this trust fund. The minister says this step is being taken and 43 villages in Fiji are now under threat because of sea level rise and they have to be moved to higher ground.
So this will be a specialized fund to be able to address not just necessarily relocation, but perhaps some adaptation measures to be able to stop the relocation. But if we do relocate, then we have to build in the holistic approach to, for example, sustainable livelihoods, new way of livelihoods that they need to develop.
A hygiene standard is expected to be drawn up for supermarkets following numerous concerns about the quality of meat, fruit and vegetables sold. During a recent market surveillance by the Consumer Council, 22 major supermarkets came under the spotlight for selling low-quality meat at exorbitant prices, as well as other food products unfit for consumption. Pranita Prakash reports.
The Fijian Competition and the Consumer Commission is expected to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Health Ministry to set hygiene standards for supermarkets.
This will ensure that the supermarkets actually have guidelines to make sure that they don't, and not about rotten meat only, but goods that are expired, fruits that are damaged, products that are damaged, that these are removed, clearly identified, removed, so that it is not offered to consumers for sale.
The Health Ministry and the Commission will continue to work together on this consumer issue.
Our Ministry of Health officials, the health inspectors, environmental health, are working in hand in hand with other stakeholders in this regard, and I've been briefed on this, and that's something that they're doing at the moment.
It's recommended that consumers who see poor hygiene or spoiled food in supermarkets report their concern to the FCCC. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Environment Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says the process for the environmental impact assessment is not a box-ticking exercise. He says the EIA is inclusive and transparent to ensure all concerns raised are addressed. An EIA is undertaken to maintain the effective control and the sustainable use of our natural resources. Dr. Reddy says the ministry will be carrying out a series of workshops to ensure there's more awareness on the environmental impact assessment.
Existing investors, those who are operating on the ground, and also future potential investors. It is important that you consult us on when you're planning to undertake any development, so that we guide you into ensuring that how you protect our environment.
Turning overseas, a major fire has engulfed the medieval Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris, one of France's most famous landmarks. The 850-year-old Gothic building's spire and roof have collapsed, but the main structure, including the two bell towers, was saved. Later in sports, Melly will bring you all the action from day one of Coke Games, but first, Rachel is here with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break, sporting events and Easter boost retail. And in Going Fiji, FNPF tourism investment pays off. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Leading business tonight, businesses in Suva are expected to take in huge revenue this week with so much activities underway in the capital. This includes the 3-day Coca-Cola Games and various Easter sporting events. Pranita Prakash has more.
Thousands of Fijians are expected to spend a few $100s this weekend during the long weekend.
It is good that the event is happening in Suva. We are expecting people to come from all over Fiji to Suva, and then eventually they will be coming into town. So for the next few days, actually, we would be happy to see some increase in business.
Local retail sales also depends on how a school performs.
The schools are performing well, the demand goes up here, especially from the old scholars, they want to wear their school colors.
The average games fan or weekend visitor to the capital is expected to spend at least $200 in transportation, meals and accommodation this week, heading into the Easter weekend. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
And Sanifa from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the trading world.
The Australian dollar slipped today after the minutes of the last monetary policy meeting showed more apparent emphasis on the consequences of lower interest rates. Rate setters said that a rate cut would be appropriate if inflation stays low and unemployment rises, but the likelihood of a near-term rise in rates is low. The policy meeting resulted in the key official cash rate remaining on hold at its record low of 1.5% for the 32nd straight month. Major currencies remained within normal ranges as markets look next to European and Chinese data for more evidence that the worst may be over for the global economy. That data includes China's gross domestic product set for tomorrow, which is expected to offer more insight on the health of the world's second largest economy. Chinese exports and credit data last week signaled some stabilization, prompting markets to adjust their outlook on global growth. That's all from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Anifa. Here are today's exchange rates as it was set this morning. The Fiji dollar was on the rise against the Chinese yuan, the Kiwi and Aussie dollars, as well as the PNG Kina and the Japanese yen. It slipped slightly against the strengthening US dollar and the euro. On to the commodities market, oil prices dropped to just above $63 per barrel. Gold descended slightly as well at $1,285 per ounce, and silver was steady at $14.94 per ounce. And in going Fiji tonight, the National Provident Fund's investment portfolio grew by $5.8 billion in 2017 to $6.6 billion in 2018. General Manager Customer Services Alipate Wangai Rawai says the FNPF fund has contributed massively to the hotel and tourism sector. He says with tourism being the backbone of the economy, this investment will enhance the returns to the fund's members. He adds they have acquired 3 iconic tourism properties, Westin Fiji Resort, Sheraton Fiji Resort, and the Danarau Golf and Racquet Club, along with surrounding areas.
The tourism industry, we now fully own the GPH Hotel, which is owned 100%. The hotel next door, which is the Holiday Inn. Then you go down to the Coral Coast, the Natandola, the IGH Hotel. That's owned by FNPF members, 100%.
And that's a wrap from the business desk for tonight. Melly joins us again with sports.
Good evening in sports tonight. Munrelangi clocks fastest time in 100 meters hits. And Bebe hopeful for injured players to recover in time. Details after the break.
वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
Defending champions Ratu Kandavulevu School and Andida Kumbau School have taken a narrow lead on the medal tally heading into Day 2 of the Coca-Cola Games in Suva. The Londonia Brigade has a gold and 1 silver in the boys division. Landongo Secondary, Natambua, Suva Grammar, Singatoka Methodist, Tavua College and Xavier College all have a gold each. ACS has 2 gold medals to lead in the girls' grade. St. Joseph's Secondary is second with 1 gold and 2 bronze medals. Following the Blue Brigade are Levuka Public, Xavier College and Nuku Secondary, who all have a gold each. 48 gold medals are on offer on the second day of the competition, with the highlight being the 100 meters final. And now we join Corey Tandulala, who is at the ANZ Stadium. Corey, what's been some of the highlights of day 1 and what can we look forward to tomorrow?
Thanks, Merle. It was an interesting first day of the Fiji finals here at the ANZ Stadium. We see some of the highlights where this Vilimoni Susunikoro of Ratu Kandavulevu School breaking the record in the sub-junior boys javelin event. Now Vilimoni Susunikoro set a new record of 50.52 meters, breaking the old record set in 2017 of 47.63 meters set by Simeone Koliloa of St. John's College. And of course, with another highlight that nobody saw coming was in the 1,500 meter senior boys race, where Tavua College, Yeshnil Karan, beat the favorite of Maris Brothers High School's Petero Veitangomaki. Now, Petero Veitangomaki is also the current gold medalist in the South Pacific game for the same event, 1,500 meter race. But looking at tomorrow's program rundown, 48 gold medals will be up for grabs, so it will be a tough competition tomorrow. And of course, with the main event closing day 2 of the competition of Fiji finals will be be the blue ribbon races. Now, in the boys category of the blue ribbon, we see Nemani Munreilangi of Natambua High School, who clocked the fastest time in the heats for the boys. And of course, competitions will be coming in from Ratu Kandavu schools, Kolinio, Ranrunru. And in the girls division, we'll see 3 girls going head to head, where we'll see Salote Mbaravilala of Jespa High School clocking the fastest time in the heats, going in as the favorite. Now, interestingly, Salote Mbaravilala was playing for Jespa a few years ago, and then she moved on to run for ACS last year, winning gold. And of course, this year she's running again for Jespa, with the competition coming in from Suva Grammar High Schools, Fane Sauvakadolo, and of course ACS Serenia Rangatu. But then again, in order to find out the champion, who will be crowned the new champion of the blue ribbon event, will all be revealed tomorrow. But then again, anyone can win. Meli.
Thank you so much for that update, Koroi. Natambua High School's Nemani Munreilangi will start as the fastest man in the senior boys 100 meters final at the Coca-Cola Games. Munreilangi clocked 11.07 seconds in the heats today, while his rival Kolinio Randundu of Ratu Kandavu School was the second fastest in 11.12 seconds. Josiah Bosok of RKS will also feature in the final tomorrow and will be joined by Marius Brothers High School sprinter Vilya Merikitilako. In the senior girls grade, Salote Mbaravilala of Jasper Williams High School was the top qualifier after clocking 12.66 seconds in the heats. Here are the races.
The white flags go up and they're up and running, and it's a good start by Natambua's Netam. And on the outside, Elia but it's Natambua's Nemani Munreilangi from Natambua. He races away home with a good win away from Elia of Holy Cross, but a good run by Natambua's Nemani Munreilangi.
Out they go, and Jasper and ACS come out exploding. It's between Jasper and ACS. We have Salote Mbaravilala having an intro over ACS in the form of Jesse Bangloloma, and actually it's Jasper Williams from Salote Mbaravilala who has done well, and Salote Mbaravilala confirming her place, as well as Andy talking about
Lisa Lockington of Xavier College won the first gold medal of day one at the Coca-Cola Games this morning. Lisa, who's the younger sister of former Co-Games gold medalist and Fiji rep Chantel Lockington, jumped 1.43 meters in the junior girls high jump this morning. Take a look.
Lisa Lockington. Remember that famous name Lockington from Bar? Now Lisa. Oh, beautiful. Well, the Lockingtons got it in their blood for high jump.
Sobaya Busona of Levuka Public School could not hold back her tears after winning gold in the senior girls long jump at the Co-Games. The 17-year-old managed a jump of 5.3 meters in her first attempt. Busona also won gold in 2017 in the junior girls long jump final. She dedicates her win to her late cousin, who passed away a few months ago.
I want to thank Altini Singa and all the supporters back at home. And this medal I want to dedicate it to my best cousin, just passed over the past few months.
Stephania Tokandundua came from behind to bag the first gold medal for Singatoka Methodist High School in the sub-junior boys 1,500 meter sprint final today. Tokandundua finished the race with a time of 4.50.32 seconds to wear the blue ribbon, while Josese Kalain Riketi and Ioane of New Sawa Methodist High School settled with silver and bronze. Take a look at the last 200 meters lap.
He is smartly and neatly dressed for this occasion. He smiles and he's still got a lot of breath here from Singatoka Methodist.
Definitely, Stephania Tokandundua of Singatoka Methodist, who have done wonders, kept himself quite tucked away.
I think when you look at it as he goes across to get congratulated by his teammates.
Tavua College have something to smile and cheer for this afternoon after Yesnil Karan surprised them after winning the senior boys 1,500 meter race. Karan upset favorite Petero Veitangomaki of Marius Brothers High School, who finished second in the race.
with the pace. He does too. He's not tiring. He's keeping that same pace. He has Petro Veitangamaki coming in behind him as we go into the bend, and it's still Yashnil Karan from Tavua College. He's got a lot of breath here, this youngster here. Yashnil Karan from Tavua College, and this would probably be the biggest surprise of the day here today. Yashnil Karan from Tavua College keeping the pace as he heads into the end of this 1500 meter senior. It's Yashnil Karan from Tavua College, and Tavua have got a gold medal.
A huge crowd gathered at Nandi International Airport to welcome the Fiji Sevens home. The team was greeted and congratulated by families and fans for their outstanding performances in Hong Kong and Singapore. Philip Naikaso was there.
The cheers said it all. These fans have been lining up at the rivals' gate since 10 a.m., waiting eagerly to extend their best wishes to the Sevens heroes.
Yeah, it's somewhat humbling to come back and see all the people who have made such an effort to come and welcome the players, all of us back together. You know, obviously it's been a tough couple of weeks, but I think the players showed exactly what they're made of.
The fans also used this opportunity to take pictures and show their appreciation with garlands. Once through the gate, the team proceeded to a special function organized by the Fiji Rugby Union at the airport to mark their 5 consecutive Hong Kong Cups.
I just can't say much about the boys. Their discipline and what they do outside and in the field, just it gets to the victory.
With some players suffering injuries after 2 grueling tournaments, a few days of recovery with families will help.
You know, there's nothing that's, you know, completely taken any players out. We've got sort of 5 weeks before the next tournament. You know, we're going to look at those injuries this week and into next. You know, I'll hopefully get most of them back.
Our thoughts for the boys, just to come home and enjoy family time just for a week and then reload, refocus and carry on with the training.
The team heads back to camp next week to prepare for the last leg of the 7 series, which will be the London and Paris tournaments. Philippe Naikaso, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, former Fiji Sevens captain Jerry Tuwai today received special recognition for being the first player on the World Rugby 7 Series circuit to play in 5 consecutive Hong Kong Sevens title wins. The 30-year-old star playmaker says he has turned down offers from overseas just so that he can continue wearing the white jersey. Philippe Naikaso has more.
Hailed by many as one of the best Sevens player on earth, Jerry Tuwai continues to add to his rugby legacy, achieving a huge personal milestone at the recent Hong Kong Sevens tournament.
I would never ask for anything more. We only ask for support and the love from our beloved country.
Tuwai debuted for Fiji in 2014 and was part of the team bundled out in the semi-finals of the Hong Kong Sevens. The following year, Jerry played in every final of the Hong Kong Sevens and made history.
There's been contracts and want me to go overseas, but Fiji is different, and for me to play and wear the white jersey, it's an honor.
Today, Combat Sportswear and Tanoi International Hotel organized a lunch celebration for Tuwai's achievements.
He started off from the gravel roundabouts near his house, near his home, to a 5-time Hong Kong Sevens champion. He has worked hard to achieve what he has achieved.
Meanwhile, there is no word on the time frame for Tuwai's hamstring injury suffered during Fiji's opening match of the Singapore Sevens tournament. Philippe Naikaso, FBC Sports.
In today's Play of the Day, let's take a look at Kemba Walker of Charlotte Hornets' crossover in the NBA match against the Bucks. This has been listed as one of the best 50 crossovers in the 2018-2019 NBA regular season. That's it from Sports Tonight. Join Angie later on with weather. And in new media, we will take a look at the cool features you never knew Gmail had to offer. Details after the break.
Bula, nevango malakai leloma, ngongai nakas untuk makarong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Hoya o basit sai sa Ilambasa, ya untuk talita na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Guya do tumeli, ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Warong tunga ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere, nambang.
Nevango fani na tao no singa toka, kita untuk talita ka ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Gmail celebrated the Big 15 this year, and you may not be aware of everything it can do. Take a look at some of its hidden features. Weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Another sunny spell was upon us today, super comfortable. But we're still under shower spell which gets to us by evening. Now taking a look in the west, quite mild, a very pleasant day. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, it turned cloudy after great sunshine. And up north, another amazing day was witnessed here, but there are more showers rolling in tonight. At sea, easterly winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, low tide at 10:16 p.m. and high tide at 4:33 a.m. Sunrise at 6:16. For tomorrow, with the games underway in Suva, we can hope the forecast scattered showers hold off. Otherwise, it will be a mixture of sun and clouds. Tomorrow's temps, most centers will hit 30 degrees. And looking further on to Thursday, when the games wrap up at ANZ Stadium, we're most likely to see cloudy conditions and a chance of showers. Hopefully, it turns normal just in time for the long Easter holidays. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji and Pulse tonight, we asked, do you think PSV drivers should be monitored closely for continuously breaking road rules?
I think yes, they should be monitored. Taxi drivers are supposed to be monitored because some of them think they are not being watched.
They should be monitored because drivers tend to have this mindset that no one's looking, so they do whatever they please.
Yeah, my answer is yes. They should be monitored because a lot of road accidents happen in Fiji. This driver needs to be monitored every now and then.
If they would be monitored, somehow they will reduce the number of car accidents in Fiji.
PSV drivers need to be monitored a lot because there's so many accidents happening around the country.
They should be monitored because they're doing a careless driving.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, a woman in the UK has turned her life into a pink Barbie universe. But she isn't done yet, as she plans on painting other things surrounding her the same colour. Recapping the main stories for tonight, court orders classes at Vonu College to continue. Not enough HR officers, says Education Minister, and RBF reiterates no liquidity crisis. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment, this week we're asking, should secondary school athletes be given more support? Visit our FBC website to answer. Our shot of the day taken on day one of the Coca-Cola Games at Suva's ANZ Stadium, gold medalist Soraya Busona in action in the senior girls long jump. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, good night.
Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriki and Today FM rocks here in Tawwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.